good. Hello everybody, welcome to yet another wonderful, adventurous episode of Pondscape. And today, I'm going to be telling you about my mini bog filtration prototype system, version 2.0 for, regular tanks. This is a 10-gallon right here. And after I explain this, I am going to also share with you why version 1.0 totally sucked, was a complete fail, and I'm not going to miss it. Okay. As you can hopefully see here, you see the PVC pipe. And that is going to a pump. And that pump is a Rio, that's R-I-O, Plus 3100 HP, and it does 900 gallons per hour. And you're probably thinking, whoa, wait a minute, isn't that a bit too much, too strong, etc.? No, it's not too much for a 10-gallon, especially seeing as what I'm using it for. Alrighty. Now, as we follow the line up, and I know these lights are bright. I apologize for that if it's too bright. I'll do my best to adjust here. But as you can hopefully see, that pipe is going into our container that is hanging off the back of this tank. And basically, this container is just, a standard container for what technically has its own pump in it. Yeah, the ones where these things normally sit on the front and all that, and it spins. After 5 years or less, those pumps die. The ones that come, built onto that. And most people just, they throw away the container, they recycle it or whatever, and they get rid of it. But we keep ours exactly for things like this, because the normal filter cartridges that come included with it, you can hopefully see that there's still one each to the front there. And those are just used as, as a block off to keep things held in place. And then normally where you'd have the filter pads and everything behind that up on the top, we have all of our lovely different types of hydroponically growing plants in there. So the whole idea behind this is the fish do their peeing and their pooing in the water there. Gets taken in by the pump, goes up into there, and then the plants, because they are not able to discriminate about what they're able to take in or not, they then take that and use that to build their leaf structure and stuff. So that gets rid of the waste from the tank and uses it productively. I'm going to try to turn off this one light here just for a second to see if maybe this clears up your view of things, maybe, possibly, I hope. Sorry, I mean this is a powerful, bright setup. The bulbs we're using have 350 watt output, but they only take in 60 watts, and they're full spectrum lighting. So they're pretty cool. Hopefully you guys can see this better now. It's hard to tell on this little screen, but hopefully you can see that better. So hopefully that gives you a better idea as to the setup. And now, why the other setup sucked ass. Okay. This is the other setup. I basically, cut a 2-liter bottle of pop, an empty 2-liter bottle, and rigged it up with the pump and everything. And, that going through, as you can see, with the PVC. And basically I took the top part of it, turned it upside down, put it in there, the pipe's going up through, and you know, filter padding and everything at the very bottom, and then gravel at the top. The idea was to actually, you know, plant plants in here, which I did, and then the plants would take in the junk and grow the leaves, and, you know, same exact as to what I just explained. And in theory, this was to not only keep the pump from plugging up, but you know, also to have an extra avenue for, you know, growing plants out of. Well, the reason this was an epic fail, one word: gravity. The more gravity pulled the gravel down, it was harder for the pump to be able to maintain its suction. So the pressure started getting less and less and less and less and less until it was pretty much non-existent. Now, the beauty of the 2.0 system also is, if the pump down here gets a little jammed up or something, and you want to free it up, all I gotta do is just wiggle that a little bit, like that. Just wiggle, and if it was at all junked up, it wasn't junked up very much, because as far as I could tell, it's a full flow. But I did get to a point to where, you know, things did get, you know, caught in the other end of it, and, you know, instead of trying to, like, you know, reach into the tank and do all sorts of stupid, I just jiggled the crap out of the pipe, and it just shook everything up. The junk that was stuck became unstuck, got sucked into the pump, up, through, in, and done. So far, version 2.0 is working out way better, let me tell you. So yeah, and we got guppies in this tank, for those who were not aware of what we had in here. So yeah, we got rocks around here, we got, you know, some plants in the water as well. You know, little cave for babies and other stuff to hide in there, and you know, babies can also hide in the plants. And, you know, the rocks are not only holding the pump in place, but also good places for baby fish to hide. And what I also decided for adding extra plants, see how those plants are not in the bog filtration, you know, main thing hanging off the back, but they're just kind of, you know, tucked into the side of the tank there like that. What I did was I just used tubing, you know, this type of tubing. Okay. And I took the cut pieces of plant and I just, you know, slid it in the tubing. And then I take the tubing, and, you know, there's various ways you can attach it to the side of the tank, you know, fishing line, string, twist ties, whatever, you know, pick your poison. But it makes it easier to attach it to the side of the tank without causing any injury to the plant, so that you're not breaking stuff by accident. And then the roots just grow down into the water, and again, good situation for baby fish to be able to hide in. So I definitely like version 2 way better. And also, as I've illustrated in other videos, but I'll show you here too, we got the reflective mirroring, you know, that we've been installing on the walls and on the ceiling. Other than that, under here is insulation layers of aluminum foil and plastic. The aluminum foil I got on Amazon for like 30 bucks. It's this big, like, literally like 1,000-foot roll. And then this plastic is just the same cheap plastic that you would use for, you know, dropping down, like if you were going to paint a wall or something, you didn't want to get the floor all messed up. And then, you know, this gets stapled in, and the mirror stuff gets stapled in and put in and all that, and it ends up a much more smooth transition. And what's eventually going to happen, not only do I have the lattice for the plants and stuff to climb on once the bog filter's in place, but That lattice is going to also be on the ceiling and on all the walls in this room, and the plants growing both, you know, both out of the tanks themselves and our hydroponic system will be able to take to the lattice, and we'll have free reign to just completely dominate the room. And then this room I'll have to rename it from the pond room to the rainforest room, because that's exactly what it's going to be at that point. So, I could explain more of what we're going to be doing, because there's more to our setup that we're going to be doing, but I will save that for a future video. For now, I hope I've inspired you all with at least, you know, a basic idea if you want to have similar experiments. So you know that you don't have to have, you don't have to build a whole huge, indoor pond, elaborate setup, and that you can just experiment with a simple 10-gallon tank if you want to. And so I've showed you how that's done. So thank you for listening. I hope you have found this video to be beneficial. Please subscribe to the channel, click like, share, all that good stuff. You guys all know the drill. So thanks for watching. Catch you later.
There's no point in talking about Linux if I can't edit my videos and record in Linux. I would say the Windows counterpart would be Sony Vegas Pro, and that's saying a lot. Caden Live.